You know, we have no electricity, we have no power. And every time the president comes on TV, he tells us, it's all going to get sorted. Have faith, guys. And once he tells it so, well, his alliance wankers come out and tell us, well, the president told us it will get sorted. It will get sorted. And they go, we're so pleased. The president appointed electricity minister. Gwen and Natasha tells us he'll get some new coal. They said they'll fix the power stations. Look, they even got a Wati to get us green energy. And then, next thing we know, low setting stage age, right? That's just the norm in this country now.
Well, it goes back to Mr. Fix for Call. He was on TV and says, load shedding will be solved by December. I think he said December of this year. And then the Minister of Electricity, who doesn't have any sort of budget or staff or powers, says, no, that's a lie. That's not going to happen. So, I mean, someone's telling porcupines. But at the end of the day, you and I both know, Byron, and I hope you watching know, they have no fucking clue how to solve this at all. None whatsoever. And I think that is largely intentional. Because this provides a great opportunity for the ANC to grift once more. After all, they have an election to pay for next year, guys.
Absolutely. And so the latest news is that obviously Gweta Matasha has now been told, do whatever you need to do to fix the electricity crisis, including, if you have to, like, you can always do power ships. Huh? 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 Power ships. Yeah? Got you covered. You know what's funny is that a lot of people estimated that what Gwyneth Natasha would actually do is he would make load shedding in this country so unbearable. By the time he tabled a power ship deal, the average South African would just say, "Give it to us. We don't care. It's better than this load shedding stuff." What's the time, Ramon? Are you ready for power ships yet?
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't give a shit about load shedding, right? I'm off the grid. My areas where I go every day are off the grid. I know people are suffering. That's not my problem at all. Like, I don't actually care one bit about load shedding. It's like the cost of doing business in Africa. But I would assume most people would be of the view that I don't care how much grift there is. We need to solve this crisis. And if it's power ships, it's power ships. We don't actually care. It's very much like a nuclear deal, right? Yes, there would be a huge grift for the ANC. It would have produced 9 to 13 gigawatts of power, giving us no load shedding and increasing economic growth for the next 100 years at a cost of 1.3 trillion, assuming it doubled in price 2 trillion rand, which is less than what load shedding has cost us in the past 15 years. So it was a good deal. Is it the best deal in the world? No. Will the ANC use it as a grift? Yes. Do I care? No. Same with power ships.
Yeah, but you know what I find curious, Ramon, is the constant flip flopping of the government. One minute it's like, I can solve this in 12 months. Why 12 months? Well, because they want to win the election. And load shedding is a massive problem for them. Next minute, they look at the leadership and they go, "God, do you remember that whole thing with, the reason we have load shedding is because De Ruyter is trying to overthrow the state? Do you remember that? That's why he resigned, ladies and gentlemen. He resigned because they said he was trying to overthrow the state and he was actually a state violence instigator. I think people have forgotten about that. And lo and behold, he's been gone for some time now. We still have load shedding. In fact, load shedding has got worse. Now, why I raise this, Ramon, is that we have recently seen another load of bullshit, which has come out the EFF. And the EFF claim that you know what we need to do to fix this whole debacle? We need to bring Brian Malefi back.
When we say that bring back Brian Molefe and Machela Kuku to go to ESCOM, it's because we sat down with them and said what we do with ESCOM. They illustrate to us step by step that if you give us that thing, in 3 months we're back to normality.
And for those of you who don't remember who that guy is, well, he was one of the CEOs of ESCOM back in the day. Ramon, didn't the EFF go to court to get this guy fired?
Not just fired, Byron, but at the time, the EFF went to court to prevent him from getting his 30 million rand pension from Eskom for his, single year of service, to be honest. I don't think he was there very long. So in the space of like 5 years, the EFF go to court to screw over Brian Molefe. And now in 2023, they're like, but Brian Molefe is actually our savior. Do you think there's a hint of shamefulness anywhere within the EFF? Not in the slightest, because even now, Juice Malema came out to say, Jacob Zuma, more than welcome to join the EFF, more than welcome, despite the fact that the EFF's entire platform, when they started, was saying, fuck Zuma. And now they're like, no, he's welcome to join us anytime. This is not a serious political party.
No, and it's really curious because, as you rightly point out, the whole mantra of setting up the EFF in the first place was Zuma must go. Zuma must go. Yeah, we all remember that, yeah? But at the end of the day, that's why they were set up. They were expelled because they wanted Zuma gone. Now he's gone, and they want him to join them. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense.
No, nothing makes sense in this country. They have no plan or clue how to solve load shedding. The EFF don't know whether it's right wing, left wing, or centre. And, well, I don't know, Byron. In conclusion, the country's really fucked. And that's really good for us because we can build our own local order. Don't expect the government to solve anything because, well, they certainly don't intend to do it.
Yeah, what can I say, Ramon? At the end of the day, people are worried about digital currency, digital IDs, state surveillance. I'll say this once, I'll say it twice. Mate, we have no fucking electricity. How the fuck are we gonna do all this shit? You can't even cook on a bloody stove. You can't even put your oven on. They're telling you can't even have hot water. Turn your geyser off. Like, come on, guys. You live in the best country in the world. Even if the country wanted to get state tyrannical, they couldn't if they want. So all I can say, I suppose, at the end of this is let's all remind ourselves, eh? Zuma must go. Zuma must go to the EFF. Because it's Africa.